John and Amy. So, Amy, we talked earlier in this week about a rather distressing story out of Iceland. The fact that through the advances in medicine and prenatal testing, you can identify whether a child is going to, with a certain degree of certitude. There's a margin of error, as there is with everything. But with a certain degree of certainty, you can determine if your child is going to have Down syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Or spina bifida. There's a whole list of things you can find out.
Yeah. The issue, though, in Iceland is that for 9 years running, every single child that has tested positive for Down syndrome has been aborted. And the question is that good policy? Is that something that should be celebrated? Aborting children because they have a intellectual and developmental disability? Is that the world you want to live in? Is that the side of history you want to be recorded as having stood? Interesting questions, and the timing couldn't be better for Gigi's Playhouse to have their annual gala. I Have a Voice Chicagoland Gala, which brings together stars and philanthropists to raise money to support persons with Down syndrome. And we're pleased to be joined by Nancy Gianni from Gigi's Playhouse to talk more about that. Nancy, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Amy. I am so beyond excited to be here. And I have to be honest, when I hear you guys say those numbers, it's staggering. Like, I've read it. I try to keep negativity out of my brain, but to hear those words being said, what it does is it teaches our newer generation that people with Down syndrome don't have a right to be here, that they're disposable. Mm-hmm. And that's not okay. That's just not okay. So I'm just grateful that you're bringing this to the forefront because, our kids were sent here to teach and to love. I learn from them every day, and I would love to give other people the opportunity to meet them and learn from them as well. I mean, we are all seconds away from being different. Just because someone's being born different and they can detect that, I mean, we're all seconds away from being different. It could be the birth of a child. It could be a car accident. It could be a stroke, a heart attack. And you may be different someday. And you're going to want the acceptance in this world that we all have the God-given right to. So I'm sorry, I'm just going off.
No, it's an emotional issue, and you can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, It demands an emotional response as well as a substantive one. So give us a little bit of a background for those who are not familiar with Gigi's Playhouse. Obviously, you serve individuals with Down syndrome, but tell us what your raison d'etre is at Gigi's Playhouse.
Well, we are Down syndrome achievement centers. I started the first one when my daughter Gigi was born 14 years ago. We do free educational and therapeutic programs from prenatal diagnosis through career skills. We do one-on-one tutoring in literacy and math. We help the kids learn to walk, talk, read, get career skills. We have Gigi University. We give them all the tools they need in life to succeed, and then we get them out there in the community where they can be loved and appreciated. And we started 14 years ago at one location. We now have a replicable and sustainable model that we now have 31 locations across the country and in Mexico, and over 200 more inquiries to open worldwide, and they are in some phase of the Gigi's Playhouse model. So
how many?
Very exciting.
Yeah,
there
Nancy.
is some good here.
Yeah, Nancy. How many kids have you helped over the years with Gigi's Playhouse?
Oh, well over 26,000 individual hands-on help, but millions in just being a voice and showing their potential. Millions of people are affected by Down syndrome. We are the largest chromosomal disability in the country and the least funded. So we really need to get our voices out there. We're like 0.0006% of the NIH funding. Wow. It's crazy. So that's probably why enough people don't know enough about the good and the beauty in Down syndrome to know that they deserve to be here, just like anybody else.
Absolutely. Now, Amy, prepare yourself for what I'm about to tell you. The Gigi's Playhouse 2017, I Have a Voice Gala, excuse me. Saturday, March 11th, Drury Lane, 6 p.m., right?
Yep.
And Amy,
I know.
A blast from the past.
The best guy
is headlining the event. Somebody that you dated.
I went to a Cubs game with him.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
No, Mario Lopez from Extra TV. He's
Yeah.
a wonderful man. He's very caring. He's a loving father, and I'm so glad that he's going to be the host of your event,
And
along with Rob Johnson, who's got a brother with Down syndrome.
Yeah, no, Rob is great. Didn't Mario Lopez call his mom while he was on your date? It was going so badly. He called his mom to get he called his mom to get emergency evac out of the date with you.
No, they just talk all the time.
Yeah.
But so how can people come to this event this weekend? Are there still tickets available? How can we donate to Gigi's Playhouse?
Oh, you're awesome. Well, thank you so much. Yes, there's limited seats left, so just go to gigisplayhouse.org. Just click on the gala. It is this event, you guys. If you want to learn anything about Down syndrome or just celebration, from the minute you walk in the door, you're greeted by a receiving line of our Gigi University graduates who are elegantly dressed and showing you their potential, and you feel their energy and love. That goes on throughout the whole night. It's a black tie event with a rockin' edge, and oh my gosh, it's really a place to shine. And even if you just go on the link and look around, that's all I ask. I just want you to see them as people and not a diagnosis. I couldn't have made my children the children they are without Gigi in their lives. I promise you our kids are here with a purpose, and they're here to teach us and to love. And I'm so grateful that you are shining a spotlight on this, because it's, to imply that our kids are disposable, that needs to stop. I mean, there's always going to be differences. We're not going to be able to stop it. I don't know what the repercussions are going to be in Iceland. I just know that God has a purpose and for everyone in this world. And don't think you can get away from differences. We live in this world of, designer babies where you could pick, you want a girl, you want a boy,
Yes.
and it's scary. It's scary. So I just thank you for bringing this to the forefront, and just hope that one person's mind can be changed, and just go meet somebody with Down syndrome. We've got locations all across the country, Mexico. Stop in at a location. Bring your kids. Let them see what it's like. Let them see that Down syndrome is just about low muscle tone. It's not that these kids don't want the same life as everybody else. Their muscles don't work the same, and we just got to help them. That's what we do at the Playhouse. We give them those tools so they can do what the typical kids are doing, because that's what they want to do.
Yeah, well said. Well said. gigisplayhouse.org. gigisplayhouse.org is the website. The event this Saturday night, Drury Lane in Oak Brook Terrace, 6 p.m. Good seats still available, I'm sure. I'm sure they'll add tables as needed. One other, just last question before you let you go, Nancy. Any chance maybe Mario Lopez can introduce me to Tiffany Amber Thiessen? I don't, make a connect. All right, Nancy, Gianni, Gigi's Playhouse, I Have a Voice, Chicagoland Gala benefit for individuals with Down syndrome this Saturday night, 6 p.m., Drury Lane, gigisplayhouse.org. Nancy, thanks so much for joining us, and keep up the great work.
And your show is killer, so keep it up, guys.
Thank you.
Bless
Amy, I'll tell.
Tell Mario. Yeah,
We'd love to have
absolutely.
you as our guest, Amy. We could do a little reunited.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
First dance on Saturday night.
First dance.
Thanks, Nancy.
Thanks, Nancy. You're the
Awesome,
best.
guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Nancy. And she joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
This only